sail through the air past towering waterfalls and gleaming glacial lakes in Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland. Unsplash Lila Azevedo. The more you travel, the more you realize there's so much of the world still to discover. In order to help you put together your 2018 travel bucket list, Business Insider asked the world's most esteemed travel experts, from the likes of Airbnb and Lonely Planet to independent bloggers and backpacking Instagrammers, for the one destination everyone should visit in the new year. Including 3 experts who simply couldn't pick just one location, their answers have been compiled into a list of must-see places to visit in 2018. Whether it's a spot set to be the next big travel trend or a completely under-the-radar natural phenomenon that you need to see in your lifetime, scroll on to discover the 25 best places to visit in 2018, according to the world's leading travel experts. View as 1. Page slides. Lost with Purpose. Elix Reynolds. Sebastian Ranges, co-founder of travel blog Lost with Purpose, believes that the trek to Bhutan's highest settlement, Lea, should be on every seasoned traveler's bucket list for 2018. In October, Bhutan will celebrate its 3rd annual Royal Highlander Festival in Lea, one of the highest settlements in the world at almost 4,000 meters. Ranges said, "The festival celebrates Himalayan nomad culture, so expect Highlander sports such as archery and horse riding, yak beauty contests, and endlessly colorful nomad attire. If you're lucky, you might even get to meet the King of Bhutan." Unsplash Alexander Kunzer. Tom McDermott, editor at online shop and journal Huckberry, believes the colorful streets and lush countryside of Vinales, Cuba, is a destination everyone should take the time to experience in 2018. The surrounding countryside is incredibly beautiful, and the town square is full of live music and dancing until late into the night, he said. Stay at Casa dos Vales for some of the best home-cooked meals around. Walk towards the Mural de la Prehistoria to find brightly painted homes nestled in the foothills, or spend some time playing cards at a local cafe and watching the classic cars cruise down the street. Flick. Marcelo Quinala. Nikkei Photography. Neve Wolf, chief editor of travel search platform Holiday Parade, believes the trend will be looking north for travel in 2018. Whether it's heading to Iceland to see the Northern Lights, Norway to see the fjords, or simply a visit to Santa in Lapland, people are definitely eschewing the normal, sunny holiday destinations in favor of something more out of the box, Walsh said. Seeing the Northern Lights is something adventurous travelers will find easier to do in 2018. Until recently, it's always been difficult and expensive to access many of the regions where they're at their brightest and most beautiful. But with more airlines offering low-cost routes to Iceland, this breathtaking natural phenomenon will be much more accessible, and this extra special experience should not be missed. Laura Venegas at Coco Venegas. For Abby King, writer and founder of conscientious and luxury travel blog Inside the Travel Lab, Whitney Plantation on Louisiana's Great River Road boasts incredible views and unbelievable historic sites relating to the historic slave trade in the deep south of the U.S. Not only will you find the legendary hospitality of America's Deep South, see beautiful bayous, and taste grits and gumbo, but you'll gain insight from visiting the first museum to show life through the eyes of the people enslaved in the U.S., King said. A thermal spring in Ribeira Grande, Azores, Portugal. Flick team sacked in for James McClure, general manager for Northern Europe at Airbnb. Travelers should head to the island of São Miguel, Portugal for an idyllic holiday destination. Last year, I visited the Azores and stayed in a listing on Airbnb on São Miguel Island, McClure said. The countryside is a beautiful mix of New Zealand, the Peak District, and Jurassic Park. Volcanic lakes, forested hills, hot springs, plus beautiful old cobbled streets in the towns make up this idyllic location. Flick. Martin de Luznet. According to Chris Austin, senior vice president of luxury cruise firm Seabourn, there's nothing lovelier than a Scandinavian summer, especially on a cruise. Sail through marquee ports such as Stockholm, Oslo, Helsinki, and St. Petersburg. Visit hidden harbors, sheltered coves, and glide between the magnificent towering cliffs in Norway's Trollfjord. From here, you can take part in kayaking, zodiac cruising, and some scenic trekking experiences, Austin said. El Gem Amphitheater, Tunisia. Picks up ape and stones when it comes to local hospitality, ancient landscapes, and neighborhoods untouched by tourism. Travel photographer and Passion Passport community member Zach Murphy thinks the Tunisian capital has it all. When I arrived, I was blown away by incredible hospitality, as well as cultural and historical sites I could have never imagined. I went to some of the most remote places in the Sahara Desert and got way off the beaten path with a couple dollars and complete strangers, Murphy said on his Instagram account. I drank hundreds of tiny coffees with old men on the side of the street and declined just as many cigarette offers. I walked around historical ruins and cliffs that seemed to have been deserted yesterday yet held ancient secrets to wealthy Arab kingdoms. I got lost in winding old towns where I was the only tourist. But I was never hassled, never had to haggle, and really felt like I could seamlessly fit in with the local flow of life. Unsplash Makio, my wife and I don't enjoy busy cities or tourist-centric place, so for us, Iceland is perfect, said travel photographer Lachlan Menzies, who goes by @lock_earl on Instagram. If you can, weather permitting, hire a car and take your time. 4 hours out of the capital city, in any direction, you get a sense of isolation. The culture still has many components which hark back to Iceland's small hamlets when people lived off the land and sea. Menzies, who described Iceland's landscape as prehistoric, recommended Gullfoss waterfall for an unforgettable landmark that photography will never do true justice. Flick Robin Taylor India Dowley, digital editor of Suitcase magazine, told us that, while Ghana's been a big destination for UK travellers in 2017, Senegal will be the next West African hotspot. Senegal is another emerging West African destination, thanks to its great beaches for surfing, music venues, culture, and food, she said. Surfing spots around Dakar, Senegal's capital, aren't in short supply, and a keen surfer can find good waves all year round here. Flick Christopher Christina Pereira, Royal Concierge Manager at the Royal Hideaway Corrales Resort, believes that Teide National Park in Tenerife deserves to be recognized as a holiday hotspot in 2018. Considered one of the best places in the world for stargazing, we recommend that our guests at the Royal Hideaway Corrales Resort, Tenerife visit Teide National Park, Pereira said. Here, they can stargaze from an altitude of over 355 meters in a landscape with practically no light pollution whatsoever. We recommend guests admire this awe-inspiring natural spectacle from Teide National Park's cable cars, where they can be accompanied by an expert astronomer.